Right, how yous doing? My name is Paul Charles Andrew Quinn. Now we'll leave it at that. You can call me Paul, you can call me Charles, you can even call me whatever. Now, I'm trying to, this YouTube channel will be based on the feelings that you may be having on a day-to-day basis. Now, you can even swap that for daily basis, whatever. My goal or my vision from doing this YouTube channel is so that people can go to a place and look for something different, right? If you're struggling with feelings and you don't know what to do with yourself, then this YouTube channel or this YouTube the reason for this is to help yous go to a place that you need to go to. Now, if you're suffering with some anxiety, some mental anxiety, then you need to understand that that wasn't you that created that. Even although at the same time it was. What you need to understand is everything that you do on this planet is something that we've been taught to do from when we were babies, right? From when we were very young, we were taught to do stuff in a certain way. And we then live the same lives as maybe our mums and our dads, our aunties or uncles, or whoever it is that's brought us up into this world. We live the same patterns. We do the same stuff, almost. Now we obviously we've got our own individuality. We've got our own aspects. We've got our own personalities going forward. That's always going to be the case. But when you question it, we're doing the same stuff, right? I believe 9 times out of 10 we're doing the same stuff as Joe and Mary blogs, whoever they are. And we fight separate battles, even although the battles that we're fighting is probably the same battles that other people have fought. Now, they may have won those battles. They may be dealing with those battles. They may understand that they've got the answer, and they know what to do to get out of their certain difficulties, their certain issues in life. Some people don't know. Some people don't know how to do that. I know, for example, that I didn't know where to go when I was feeling depressed, because we all have feelings of being depressed. We have a depression that is always in us. You can feel really good for a full day, and then at night you feel really bad. You feel like you've achieved something, right? Because we've all got that level in us, right? We've all got these expectations that we think that we've got to get to, right? And if you get to those expectations of the day, for whatever it is you've got, it could be anything, right? But you've got an expectancy level that you've got to keep. And if you get to that expectancy level and you've done something that you've wanted to achieve, you feel good. You feel really good about getting to that expectancy level, that target, that goal, that objective of the day. You feel brilliant for getting to that point, right? You get to that point and you feel really good, right? But you got the road. You might go home and it comes crashing down. Or you might ruin it. You might, for other people going, don't need an excuse for drinking alcohol, right? But they'll drink so much alcohol, they'll go and get smashed, or they'll do what they want to do. That's what we call it in Glasgow, let's go and get smashed. And they'll have a good time for that hour, or maybe a maximum 2 hours. They'll have a really good time that night, and then something will go wrong. It could be a multitude of things. And I don't even want to talk to you about the actual health aspect of what you're doing to your body when you're good at drinking or you're taking different vices and it's all bad stuff. You don't know what's happening with that, what's happening to your body. You might be able to feel it, because I can guarantee you will feel it days after or the morning after it. And then drink, as you know, is a depressant. Drink isn't drink will give you a good feeling for when you start first drinking. It's like a buzz, right? It releases endorphins and it gets you going. It makes you feel real sociable and it makes you feel really relaxed. And when you drink, everything's just a laugh and it's and it's happy and it's good emotions and you reminisce about good stuff and you love life going forward and you've got so much visions and you'll dance the night away and you dance and stuff like that and you love whoever you're with, who you're connecting with. You might even be in the room yourself and you just love it, you don't care, you're just like, this is amazing. But I guarantee you, the days after that, depending on what your age is, how strong you are, what you do for fitness levels, whatever you do, I can guarantee you that you will be feeling down. You'll have that come down from the alcohol or whatever it is your vice is. You'll have that come down, you'll come down, and that will dictate your week. It will definitely dictate the morning you get up, unless you're fit and treading and you're really fitness and your fitness levels are at a good level and you can go and do this stuff. But if you're not, you have days where becomes your first day of like a hangover, right? You have this hangover and your hangover lasts for the day after, right? Then the day after that, and then the day after that. So it could be possible of 3-day hangover, right? I'm not saying that's what you'd have. I'm not saying that's what you do. But I know people that have 3 to 5 day hangovers. It's like, alright, they're not as hard, not every day is as hard as the last, but it's still a hangover, right? And when you go to that hangover place, it's a depressing, you're feeling depressed. And before you know it, your whole week is away. That whole week has vanished, right? When that week has vanished, that's fine. We can just go, that's fine. I'll do better next week. I'm not drinking next week. Do you know that you get that way when you've been drinking? And I'm just using drink as an example. It could be anything, right? Do you know when you're doing something and you feel really good, and then the days after, like I say, you come into that depressed state where you start to question stuff and you start to be really annoyed. You might even take it into work. You'll take it into your relationships. Your children might even see it. Your relationship that you're maybe in, maybe see it. Or if you're yourself, right, you're sitting yourself, you can feel it, you blame yourself, you hurt inside. And when you hurt inside, it's like everything from that point is like a domino effect, right? A domino effect of negativity. Unless you can stop it. And when I say you can stop it, you can control how you should feel, right? And I'm going to be teaching people, as well as I'm teaching myself, the things that I have done to stop myself from falling into that trap. See that trap where, like I've just spoke about, that trap of becoming negative about stuff? I'm going to work on plans and a blueprint that I've been working my whole life that's got me to a certain point where I believe that I can help other people, like you, or somebody you know. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to help people realise that you may have messed up for that 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever. You may have messed up and you feel like it's the end of the world, right? You feel like you can get to that point where you feel like it's the end of the world and it's like, oh my god, I'm never doing that again, I'm never doing that again. We've all been there with that, I'm never drinking again. Well, actually one day I woke up and I just said, I'm never drinking again. Now I'm drinking non-alcoholic stuff, I'm getting beers and I'm even drinking non-alcoholic gin. Woo! Gin is in. Gin seems to be a thing that's been happening the last few years where everybody's having this, making a cool thing, the gin and all that. I'm drinking the non-alcoholic stuff. I'm drinking non-alcoholic beer. I'm eating more fruit. I'm looking after what's going into my body. I'm turning vegan. Only because of what I've seen, what I've learned from the stuff that we put in our body and how that it reacts to, how it makes you react to life. So I'm doing all this stuff. And I'm like that to myself, I'm actually enjoying life. I have trouble in work and then it's like, do you know what I need to do is I need to focus, I need to zone into what I'm meant to be doing. And I'm meant to, right, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus, keep focus, the word is focus on what I should be doing and do it, right? Do the stuff that I need to do. Now that doesn't have to be in work, that just happens to be in life. Focus on the stuff that you should be doing. Now if I don't focus on the stuff that I should be doing in my work, guess what? P45's coming. P45's coming. The boss is going to invite me into the office one day. He's like, this isn't working out, I'm going to have to let you go. When I think it like that, it's like, actually, that's what happens in life. That's what happens in life. If you don't look at what you're doing, man, it's like, you're going to have to let yourself go. Some people do, we let ourselves go on the aspect of drink and alcohol and stuff like that. We let ourselves go. And we don't know how to get it back. We don't know how to get our life back. It's like we're driving off the road, man. Just like if you're in a driving job, and if you drive off the road, you've lost your job. You're driving in life. If you drive off a life, you've lost your life. Sorry to make it as blunt like that, but it is that. There's people out there who have thoughts of suicide on a day-to-day basis, right? And they don't know where to go. Now, I'm volunteering, I'm trying to volunteer more at Men Matters in Scotland, and they've got a really impressive place, a hub, where guys can go and just chill out. They can meet other people who are suffering from anxieties and trying to give up drink or drugs or whatever it may be, but they've got these thoughts of suicide that happens. And they go to this place, this hub in Glasgow, and it's like God sent this hub. I know it's being a bit over dramatic, but it's like, if this place had existed for a guy with problems that needed to get out, had to get his things out his head, then you can go to this place called Men Matters. You could even pick up the phone to these guys. We talk to you on a one-to-one basis. Everybody's issues are different, but everybody's issues come to the same thing. They come to the same thing. Whether you want to live or whether you want to die, man, it's like, that's so fucking terrible to say, but it is what it is. And we need to understand that we control everything. We can control everything that's in our life. We make choices on a day-to-day basis, a daily basis, and we need to understand the patterns that we're living in. We have these patterns that we live in, and we don't know how to break them up. We live the patterns that we've been taught to live. Does that make sense? So you live the pattern that your mum and dad taught you to live, or again, the person that brought you into this world, the person that's had you grown up, that's brought you up. You will live that same life. And unless you can break free from everything that they do, then you're not going to break free from that life. You're going to stay on that life. You're going to stay on the same effing pattern. Pardons the French. You're going to stay in that pattern. And unless you can break free from that pattern, you're not going to go and do and become the person you need to become. You may think that you've lost it. You may think that you've lost too much time and it there's no good for me. All I want to do is go and drink alcohol or go to a pub with my mates or whatever. I need to tell you, no. Change your patterns. Change everything that you've learned from when you're a pup, from when you were a baby, right through the generations, the people that you followed, your mums and dads and aunts and uncles and cousins and pals and people that you maybe follow on social media or whatever. Is it good for you? Are the stuff that they're teaching you good? Because they may not know. They may not know the stuff they're teaching you. They don't care because they don't understand it. They're not you. It's like everything that happens amongst you or around you wasn't you. It's not you. It's people that are doing other things. It's things that are happening in front of you. You may be a bystander, you may be the person causing the certain issues, but the whole point is you don't create any of this. The stuff that's out your hands is somebody else, right? And when you lose that control, you lose that you've actually got a hold of this, you can control this. But until that point, the patterns are going to be going for you. Right, you see these patterns that people talk about? You become that pattern. You just fall into that pattern. It's like onto a conveyor belt and right through the same stuff that you do, right? You need to get off the conveyor belt, you need to jump out and say, right, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to listen to. You need to listen to different people. You need to get everybody's perspective on life or views on life. What is they're doing? Why are they happy? People that show you on like social media that they're happy. Right, they show you pictures. Remember, a picture is a still moment in time. This could be a fake smile. Oh, look how happy they are. Look how happy that person looks in that picture, in that still moment in time. That doesn't actually tell you how they feel, how they are as a person. We can assume how they feel, how they are. They've got a cracking life, man. Look at their life. Their life's amazing. What's that got to do with me? I can't get from that. In fact, I'm annoyed by that. I'm annoyed by that part. They're actually loving their life. I don't really care about their life. I just care that what I'm doing going forward is what I'm doing, right? So if you can't change your patterns, if you've not got control of your patterns, then you're going to stay the same. I'm here to tell you, you can change your pattern. With changing your words, changing your world, which is a book, changing the subconscious mind, another book. The power within you, right? The power that you have in your brain, how you think, how you feel, it's all you. Nobody else. You control everything. I can't make, see that thing they talk about? Where you try and make somebody happy, you can't make anybody happy. Yeah, you can buy presents, you can do this, you can do that. I'm not saying you can't control that, you can control all that, you can do stuff to make them happy. But the only person that makes them happy is themselves. Nobody brushes my teeth. I brush my teeth. Nobody washes my face. I wash my face. Nobody eats vegan meals. What I mean, I eat vegan meals that I mean. People do similar things. People do things the same as you, but they just go on with it. The reason I'm saying that is because I'm trying to make you understand that everything that you do is you. Yes, you know that, Connor. Yes, I know that. Everything that I do is me, yes. But understand it from a point of view that if you change certain wee patterns, you change big patterns. Look at your life, where are you going? See that 5-year plan? I can't do a 5-year plan. I probably should. I can only think about now. What am I doing now? How am I going to make myself titanium? And when I say titanium, I mean like, how am I going to make myself a place, keep myself in a place that nobody can harm, that nobody can dictate, that nobody can make me feel a different feeling from the one that I want to feel. I want to feel happy, I want to feel fulfilled, I want to feel like I'm doing something for the world. Me doing this video, hopefully, is tapping into somebody's head and showing them you can change your patterns. I've not drank alcohol in the 18 weeks. It wasn't because I had a problem with drink. But that would be a lie. Yeah, I've got a problem with drink. Yes, I've got a problem with alcohol. It's not fit for consumption. Anybody that tells you alcohol's fit for consumption, it's because they're winning. Maybe they're winning big. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they're just having a laugh. Maybe their life is going for them the way it should. Is your life going for you the way it should? Because if it's not going for you the way it should, and you're drinking, and you understand, if you look back in the past, that when you were drinking, did something good come of it? Did something good come of you drinking? I don't think the answer will be yes. No, I think it'll be no. No, let's be honest, I've had a few arguments with people, or something else has happened, and no, I had a really good day that day. I was fine. Me and we love life. That's fine. People are winning at that game. That's a game that they're winning at. But if you're not winning at a game of drinking alcohol or whatever it is you've got and you're going in your life, so whatever vice it is, then if you're not winning at that game, you need to change the game. If your patterns aren't looking good, so look at your patterns, right? Similar to you've got a lifespan, right? This is your lifespan. From 0 to 60. Maybe not 60. Let's call it 0 to 100, right? 100 years of age here, and you're a baby here, right? You're 0 here, right? And we get into this planet, right? And then we're 5, whatever. We're enjoying life. We're babies. We're kids. We're toddlers. We're growing into teenagers. We're enjoying life. And then for the teenager part is where things happen, right? We'll bring it in here, right? That's 100. There's 80, right? We have to work. We're working from we leave school, right, to make a living, unless of course you're a millionaire or a lottery winner, or you're living from a silver spoon in your mouth. But if you're not, and you've got remember this bit here, you're working your whole life, right? Working your whole life, right? Which is probably the reason why most people go out and get smashed at the weekend, because they're working the whole week. They want to forget it. Well, do you know something? That's a good way of forgetting it. You want to forget the stuff that you're doing? Go and get smashed at the weekend, mate. Go and get smashed at the weekend and start again next week. You'll be fine, next week's fine. But if you think about it like this, you've got all these years, right? 50 odd years, 40 odd years of working, right? Before you can retire. If you can retire, you've got all that stuff. And you're working every week. So this is your week. This is your week. You're working the 6 or 5 days of the week. 5 days of the week. Read between the lines. You're working 5 days of the week. And then you get smashed at the 2. Or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You get smashed for these days. Get into work. Weeks have passed. What did you achieve? Was it happiness? It was happiness, man. I'm loving life, man. Hey! Welcome to the party. Right. But if you have issues with your life, or you're having issues with the stuff, the choices and the patterns that you have chose to do, then you need to break free from that pattern. These are the videos and the YouTube stuff that I'm going to be touching on. I will touch on every single thing, hopefully, in a way that relates to me and you. Because me and you are together, me and you are part of one. It's all this stuff, it's like we're all part of the same spiritualness going forward. We're all part of the same stuff going forward. We're all part of a movement going forward. You may not be my friend because you've not met me. But trust me, If you know people who are suffering and who need to see the light, they need to understand that there's people out there that are chucking alcohol. Because I want a culture, right? When we grow up in a culture where drink is there, it's like drink's part of our culture. I want to create a new culture. I already know about it. There's people who have a culture that don't drink. I used to say, you don't drink at all. Weirdo. My granny lived till she was 86, believe it or not. Never touched a drink of alcohol in her whole life. Never touched it. Her whole life she never touched alcohol. I'm 40. I'm halfway there. And now I'm giving up. And it's like, I can see the positive aspect of giving it up. So if people think that they can't give it up because other people won't let them, let's be honest, nobody's going to let you. Nobody lets you stop drinking. But nobody forces you into drinking either. Nobody forces you into doing that stuff. Nobody forces you into anything. You're the only person that's controlling your life. So back to the patterns. How does your pattern look? Write it down. Write down the patterns. If you can't remember it, just think harder. Try and remember it. Ask people, what's my pattern look like? If you can ask somebody to show you what your patterns are, what kind of life that you live, take it on the chin. If you've got the balls to do that. If it's somebody that really knows you, and you want them to ask you, what do you think my life's like? If you like it, if you like what they're telling you, then that's fine. But if you don't like it, you understand that, no, that's not my life, this is my life. If you know where your patterns are, change them. Change your patterns. Simple as that, simple as. It's easy for me to throw that out there, isn't it? I'm just changing my pattern. I've decided that I need to give up alcohol, right? I need to give up. Not because I've got a major issue with it, but it's because the patterns that I could see I wasn't getting anything out of those patterns. Nothing was making me truly and genuinely happy. These patterns can be changed by doing the small things first. Give up alcohol, try something new. Man, I'm just trying all the non-alcoholic stuff. I love looking for non-alcoholic stuff, and now I'm a wee bit more into my fitness. I'm running more. I'm back to running. I've moved homes to a bigger place for my family to come, and my kids to come and visit, and for me to connect in a way that I've never connected before. There's new people coming into my life from me giving up alcohol and choosing different patterns. Me choosing to go and help people, like I'm trying to go and help the Men's Matters group, which is suicide prevention. Please share this video, share this YouTube, subscribe or whatever it is so that I know how many people that I'm working for. Because I'm not just working for me, I'm working for you. We need to understand that we decide on everything that we do, like I've said before. So if you're going to take it in from this YouTube video, you're taking in, we have patterns and we have choices. And the choices are, everything that we do is up to you. You've got the power to change your whole life. Start small, make it big. And see if you relapse back to that bad place you went to, that's fine. That's fine. Just understand, you've got more to work on. Right, okay, that happened. So this is what I need. I need to approach it differently. If I was you and you've got anybody struggling, go to Men Matters, pick up the phone. Men Matters Scotland. This is all free. The advice is all free. This is a free thing. If you're struggling, you want to even help, contact Men Matters Scotland and understand it, or contact me via this comments. If you know anybody that needs my help and the help from the guys from Men Matters, even Women Matters as well, that's happening as well at the same time. If you need help with that, contact me. Contact us through Men Matters. I'm going to leave it at that. I've got a place to tidy. I'm going to tidy up. Tidy up my house and tidy up my head. And this is what the whole point is. Go and tidy yourself up and understand that you can control everything. Quinny Tongo loves you. Boop.